chances a prisoner will never come back to prison, education ensures, more than any other factor can, that after leaving prison, that person's life will be a productive contribution to society. Some progressive colleges like Bard do amazing work with educating prisoners and should be lauded and funded and serve as a model for other colleges. It's good for the students engaged in these programs, too. It helps the free and the imprisoned. What more could you ask for in pursuit of a more peaceful and judicial society? Providing a liberal arts education for prisoners is like breaking the seal of silence and opening a whole host of opportunities for men and women who have never had them, an effective way to usher in success, leave behind failure. There are tons of books and studies that prove it works, but rare is the one that takes us on such a profound journey. From the warden to guards to the prisoners and beyond, right down to the children of incarcerated men and women who say it works to improve their lives and relationships with their families and friends. Rather than neglect the problem of crime and pipeline from school to prison tragedy, Deborah Appleman launches into the opportunity to educate and help these prisoners grow and learn. She invites them to participate in the grand experiment of writing and reading and use literacy as a tool to become productive citizens. The alternative would be to decide to close themselves in their rooms and pout. But she stands there with the door open, beckoning them to engage with her. And they do. It's co-liberation. Her book seems to whisper, "We must go ahead with our dreams, and we will and do." Basic literacy obstacles are confronted, unscalable heights of emotional traumas challenged until these students achieve the dream to read and write and restore and reclaim their humanity. She nails it in this book, how the classroom becomes a refuge of trust among the writers and poets in her writing class, how another level of humanity is reached through literature and writing. She gives us overviews of her teaching experience, personalizes the narrative with a life devoted to those incarcerated, of someone with a daunting and passionate commitment to prison reform through education. Deborah does more than advocate for education. She illustrates for listeners the amazing transformation the participant undergoes when determined to teach himself to read and write. She offers an extraordinary look at how humanity unfolds as fear is released, as trust is enhanced. We see each individual reaching out of his hostile environment to touch the world beyond with gentler, more peaceful hands and mind. She investigates ways to stop the destruction that happens when the pipeline from schools to prisons is carrying away our kids to one-way dead ends. The poems and writings are all a testament to the depth and passion and earnestness with which these participants embraced the education that allowed them to express their humanity. The blog posts between chapters take us on a journey from the inside of the author's heart and mind to the world that she enters every day, going from one place that is free into another place made of concrete and steel and sustained by fear and nightmares. And in part, it's the contrast she so aptly poses between these places, the college and the prison classroom, that makes this book so valuable. Appleman is a true warrior fighting the good fight, the valiant fight that makes a life worth living, gives it purpose, and during hard times protects it with the fabric of grace. Grace that can only arrive through great sacrifice and joy in one's work. I can't overstate how you need to listen to this book, carry it with you, pass it off to friends, take it to class, share it at dinner tables, listen to it at a coffee shop, quote from it. You'll be sharing in work that is profoundly important today. Prison education is the climate change nucleus of our social tragedy, and it can lead us toward the light. Unerringly, in ways that only someone who has given her life to writing programs in prison can, she invites us to come along, and gives in a few hours of listening to what has taken her a lifetime to